Deciding to have a mini ITX case may save you space, will be easy to carry, even cheaper than the full tower, and you also won't have to worry about the power, cause the size could be mini but the offerings are not. However, considering the size of your GPU, ventilation and plan of expansion, finding the right one is actually a pretty tough job. For your help, we have narrowed down a list of the top 5 mini ITX cases reflecting all important aspects. Hope this video will help you find the right one. The list starts with our number 5, which is Phanteks Evolv Shift 2. Compact in both size and quality, this Mini ITX is designed very thoughtfully. It's neat and compatible. In addition, anodized aluminum panels and powder-coated steel chassis make it aesthetically comfortable. The integrated DRGB lighting will definitely stick your eyes. Weighing 14.4 pounds, dimensions of 10.8 by 6.7 by 18.5 inches makes it look appealing anywhere you put it, whether your home or office. In the input-output panel, you'll find offered 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 microphone port, and 1 headphone port. The power button should be on the front. About storage, there's enough room to install a 3.5-inch hard disk and 2 SSDs of 2.5 inches of maximum size. It is compatible with Mini ITX motherboards, and the updated 2.9 inches thick GPU slots will allow you to go as far as 13.2 inches in length and 5.9 inches wide. So you can even think of buying an RTX 3080. The cooling system introduces 120mm AIO spinner, which works almost perfectly, but sometimes it pumps the air bubble up to some place where it shouldn't be. But overall, the cooling is really good. Considering all the features a Mini ITX that has space, a good cooling system, and also a smart design, the Phanteks Evolv Shift 2 should be your pick. The first impression of the Cooler Master Elite 110 will tell you to take it home, we guarantee. So here it comes as a number 4 in the list. It's compact, sleek, and beautifully polished. The front of the chassis is covered with a mesh, which gives it good ventilation, and the cool red light brand logo is actually the power button, which will definitely catch your eye. You'll also find a reset button, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a microphone, and a headset port in the input-output panel. The red drive LED activity on the top of the case is a cool addition. The size proportion of 11.1 by 10.3 by 8.2 inches tells you how compact it is. Despite the tiny size, the weight of the 5.9 pounds is too hefty, we'll say. You'll find the motherboard and the power supply unit port at the rear portion of the case. It offers you PSU of 7.1 inches at most in length, though it's recommended that a 5.6 inches unit will do the best. The Elite 110 supports a Mini ITX motherboard naturally and gives you the space to install 1 extra GPU, each of a maximum length of 8.3 inches. This case gives you extra freedom about storage. You can choose between 3 hard disks or 4 SSDs. Now let us come to the biggest concern about a Mini ITX, which is the cooling system. The whole case is covered with meshes on every side, which helps keep the temperature low with a 120mm water cooling system. Additionally, you'll have a 140mm fan mount in the front and 2 80mm mounts on the sides. But all these meshes that provide room for ventilation also invite dust to lay hands on inside, which can create a big mess if not placed carefully. To conclude, if you are looking for a chassis that is durable but not too heavy, gives you the freedom to expand an excellent cooling system, then Cooler Master Elite 110 is the one you should go for. Coming up at number 3 on our list, we have the NZXT H210i. This is an updated version of its predecessor NZXT H200i. Constructed with steel and tempered side glasses, this case might not be that photogenic, but it won't look bad on your desk. The dimension of the case is about 14.6 by 8.2 by 13.7 and weighs about 13.2 pounds. The Smart Device V2 will confer you 2 RGB lighting channels, which can be controlled through the newly included NZXT Cam Smart Controller software powered by fast microprocessors. The front input-output introduces a very sophisticated USB-C connector along with a USB 3.1 second-generation port, which now makes it even easier to connect to our smartphone. GPU facility will draw a smile on your face as it offers 2 GPU slots of 12.8 inches of utmost length. There's enough room for 3 SSDs and an additional hard disk of maximum 3.5 inches. As like most of the Mini ITX cases, it also supports a Mini ITX motherboard. Now let's discuss the cooling, as it has always been an issue about a Mini ITX. There are 2 Air F210 case fans pre-installed at the top and rear, which will cool down the heat using an air system. And a dual radiator of 120mm each will pull down the heat using a water cooling system. There's also an exhaust fan at the bottom with a removable air filter concentrated on the PSU, which can go to almost 12.3 inches at length. With all these specs, the NZXT H210i comes in a compact package. Though the size is a bit larger than the other Mini ITX cases, if you need a mini chassis and also a bit more of a room, then the NZXT H210i is the one. If you Google for images of the best Mini ITX cases, you might find one that looks like some future cyber supercar. That's our number 2 on the list, the Lian Li Q58. The design is so premium that it may even make you skip the video right now without knowing the number 1. Made with aluminum, its geometrically perfect shape and simple design make it look very premium. Steel-painted side panels coated with fine mesh keep the dust away. There's also a magnetic dust filter at the bottom, so dust, you better stay away. This case weighs about 12 pounds with dimensions of 9.8 by 6.7 by 13.5 inches. The front input-output panel has a USB 3.0 port, one USB-C port to connect your phone easily, and one port combined for mic and headphones. The motherboard compatibility is Mini ITX as usual. Now let's talk about the interior, which offers you 14.5 liters of neat space with room for 4 storage drives, which can be as long as 2.5 inches, 3 GPU slots of a maximum of 12.6 inches each, and a pre-installed SFF power supply unit of up to 6.2 inches long. The top of the case mounts a 280mm radiator which cools down the CPU with its advanced water cooling system. And at the bottom, beneath the power supply unit, there's a 120mm ATX mode fan. There's also scope to install 2 more fans if you feel necessary. So overall, this case undoubtedly beats the heat. It was really a sweat-breaking decision to put the Lian Li Q58 in the second, as it has a lot to offer and a very few cons. That's why this chassis has been a favorite to a lot of computer enthusiasts, so it will be a great decision for you to go for it. So finally, we have arrived at our number 1, and Thermaltake Core V1 has climbed all the way up to the ladder. Built with cold-rolled carbon steel sheets, it has a sleek look and provides strength to its form, while the glass side makes the look more stylish. The case weighs 7.1 pounds and the dimension is stated as 10.2 by 12.4 by 10.9 inches, which demonstrates it's actually tiny. It has 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 mic port, and a 200mm pre-installed fan at the front. The fan might be slow, but it does the job as the cooling system inside is really advanced. The cooling method is air and water, as a liquid cooler is a Thermaltake thing. Well, about the space, being a Mini ITX, it cannot offer all the space you want, but all the space you require. It supports a Mini ITX motherboard, which is actually normal. The Core V1 offers 2 GPU slots of length 10 inches maximum with hard disk of 2.5 inches to a maximum of 3.5 inches. You can also expect a high wattage power supply unit with a length of maximum of 7 inches. To summarize, the Thermaltake Core V1 has everything a Mini ITX chassis can offer, so you can expect a tiny version of a powerful giant machine when it's built out. Thank you for watching the video. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon for instant notifications so that you never miss a video from Tech Inside.